What's up, everybody? Welcome to the PixelPlay Sidequest, your bonus content here on YouTube. As always, my name is Adam, aka CS Radical. Join with me, Chris, aka Jen and Chris. And I found this really crazy quiz. It's called the best CD-ROM from 18...
I actually believed you for a second.
Can you? It's not April yet, Chris. I can't pull a fast one on you just yet.
That's how you'd get me. You'd do it in March.
That would be funny if I go. Actually, you know, if I did this on April Fool's Day, you'd be prepared for it. So you know what? The next week I'd just be like, "All right, Chris, it's Who Wants to Be a JRPG King right now," and you'll be like, "Oh, son of a bitch, that's way too much fucking work for me. I'm not putting that together in a week."
No, you're not.
But we're back to our top fives. We got through a bunch of quizzes, and we are going to go back into our bits of top five runs that we've been doing for a little while. We're, again, going to be switching them up. It's not going to be one like long-standing run for a little while like we were doing for a while. This one's going to be back to character designs. We're going to do Legend of Zelda, which is going to be interesting because Link should not be on this list, but we'll see how this goes. And I'm also saying that, you know, a character can be on more than once. We're not doing a because I mean, let's be real. There's not the biggest roster to choose from unless you're like, yeah, Malon and Ocarina of Time. Like, no. Like, eventually there might just come a point where there's like a Zelda or a Ganon or like some level design that like comes up more than once, and it's like, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the point system goes. For those that have never been here for any of our top fives, so we do not like, it's not like our collective. It's a mixture of whatever we do. So, like, if I put in my number 1, it's going to get 5 points. If I put in my number 5, it gets 1 point. We tally up between the two of us what ends up being, you know, the best of the best. So, like, you know, it's not us going, here's my top 5 and here's our top 5, and then we do that. It's we're taking whatever points that we dish out for it. So there might be some ties. Sometimes we have to coin flip for them. Most of the time, Chris wins. Because that's just how my luck goes.
That's just how it always goes somehow.
Yep. And then we see how it goes from here. So, Chris, since you've played way more Zelda games than me, for sure.
I have.
I had to do a little bit of research to make sure I didn't miss anything. What's your number 1?
This one was tough because I do love so many of the different character designs, but for some reason, this one I kept going back to. And it's, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce this right. It's Mifa, which is the Zora from Breath of the Wild.
Interesting. I mean, we're probably going to see a lot more towards the later end. Obviously, I mean, what are we going to say? Oh, yeah, this Game Boy Color character.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to pull that. So, like, a lot of it's going to come from Ocarina of Time and beyond. But, you know, you never know. Maybe Phantom 100%. Hourglass gets a shout out. I don't know.
Probably not.
It's probably not.
Yeah, there's just something about the way they did the Zora in general. Like, I don't even know if it would necessarily be just this one Zora character, but Mifa, which is, I assume that's how I'm saying that. She's Mifa, like the princess. Yeah, she's the princess of the Zora. And it's just the way they made the Zora in these last two games.
I don't have either of them on the list, but both Mifa and Sidon, I believe, is the other one. I did have a thought about, and then eventually I was just like, I just can't quite. Because there's still something a little bit off about them, and I also think, like, the fact that they're mostly one-note designs in terms of the color palette, that it doesn't pop in the same way that others might.
Yes.
Which is kind of how I ended up deciding my bits, but, like, they're not far out of the top 5, that's for sure.
Yeah, they... I just thought the Zora were so cool because I always loved the Zoras. Ever since Ocarina of Time, the Zora race was like one of my favorites. I always loved the underwater people, and then for
underwater
design,
people. That sounds kind of racist, there, Chris.
I mean, they lived underwater. That's what they did.
What do you mean, you underwater people?
Damn it! But yeah, just the whole shark head thing. Like, at first I was like, this is not the Zora, this is weird. And then the more I played Breath of the Wild and then Tears of the Kingdom as well, I was like, damn, never mind, this is just like such a cool design.
I mean, it does also work well with everything else too. I think if they just made it like the normal, like, sort of gray and greenish, it probably wouldn't have popped the same either.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I went with my number 1. It was debated all day, and that's where I landed.
This was the only one I had no debate on because it's always been my favorite character and character design in the entire series, and that's Ocarina of Time Sheik. It's the one that always stands out for me.
Yeah, Sheik's my number 3.
Okay, yeah.
So you're going to get bonus points right there.
So that's probably going to be our number 1 unless we have a tie with our 4s.
Yeah, I don't know if we would.
We probably won't, but we shall see. I'll let you go there. But I mean, well, I guess before I do that, Sheik is that design where just no matter how many times I look at it, I go, man, like, I know you kind of can't do it more than once.
Yeah.
Unless it's Hyrule Warriors. But god damn did they nail it. And it still looks good.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, Sheik was such a cool character. That's why she made the list 100%, like, had to. Just, such a cool design. So, like, she's got the mystery. She's got the, like, kind of like, almost assassin-like vibe, obviously. Just so cool.
Well, and also, like, the entire costume is really well done. Like, the colors pop. The blonde hair really works with it. The symbol on the chest. It all looks really clean, and it looks like something now that if they made, like... If this kind of outfit was done in, say, the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom style, it would be so fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's sitting in the 1 spot unless it gets pushed, but I kind of have a feeling we're not going to have to worry about that.
No, I have a feeling that that's going to be number 1,
it's...
which I'm good with. Yeah. I'm honestly good with. Because at one point, Sheik was in my number 1. When I first added her, she was number 1. She got booted down slightly by 2 other characters, obviously. But yeah, she actually started there. So this is fate.
What is your number 2 that can decide this?
My number 2, oddly enough, like this one was another one I was debating a lot, but it was Midna from Twilight Princess.
That's my number 5.
Little Midna. Yeah.
That one I was iffy on, and it's mostly because I think in some cases it can look a little busy.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
also,
definitely.
I do love that
Absolutely.
Mipha and Midna are going to be having to tie break already. That's great. I like that.
Yeah, Midna was just such a cool little character, and then obviously, like, she's actually like a princess and is like,
that's not.
full
I
human
think
size.
which design is it? I should indicate. I didn't even. Think
I went
about
with
this.
the little.
Okay, that's where I
little.
went to. I'm like, you know what? I better make sure because I think we're both on the same page on this one because that's the one you see the most of. But
yeah, I did go with that, and it's like there's something about like little creature, but also like demon-like and very terrifying in a way, but also like so sweet and has like. I don't know, like rock or like
like the
pieces of
headpiece,
a castle, the headpiece, right?
There's a lot to her also that like sure she's just another variation of Navi or whatever the one is from Skyward Sword. I'm blanking on her name because who cares?
Fee.
Thank you.
Fee,
but like
whatever.
It's even though that she kind of falls into that same area of what she is, like at least the design makes her a lot more memorable. Because like you remember Navi for not anything other than 2 words. So
yeah, hey, listen, yeah, at least Midna like had a personality, and like sometimes she'd get pissed off at Link and like be kind of funny, and
also jive very well because of the wolf version of Link in that game as well.
Very much, very very much.
My number 2 and might be a bit of a basic bitch one, but like it's Breath of the Wild Zelda.
Yep, that's my number 4.
Because like she. Look, I'm not going to say... Okay, this is making it number 2 for sure now, because there's no way we can break that tie otherwise. But, like, she is one of those one... And a lot of people are going to be sitting there being like, well, what about the Twilight Princess one? I'm like, it's just a princess in a dress. Like, now that we have this version, there's no reason to, like... Like, if you're going for, like, most attractive, you might want to lean in that direction. But, like this outfit pops more than any other Zelda that we've had, and that includes the Wind Waker pirate version of her, but that's only because they didn't give her like a full body, so it's not the quite same sort of response to it. I would love to put Wind Waker stuff in there. I actually almost put Ganon's Wind Waker version on this, but like that didn't quite make the list either. But it's one of those things where with her Breath of the Wild design, because I know there's a slight variation to what they do in Tears of the Kingdom. I go with literally just the standard, like the blue top and the black pants. And it's for 2 reasons. One, it works perfectly with what she is. But the second part of it is that it makes everything pop in its own separate ways because they all have their own different bit to it because the blonde hair pops already with the emerald eyes, but then the blue works as a nice pop off on that point, and then the black pants really has a nice thing to like. Okay, it takes some of the vision out, but it makes everything else with it like pop that much more. So it's not taking too much attention away either. It doesn't end up being busy to any aspect of it.
No, that's a very good point. Yeah, the actual outfit itself, it's so perfect for what she's going for, especially when like you actually play the game and you're in the environments, because the environments are very colorful and stuff in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom too, obviously. But just here, like her outfit on top of the other colors and on top of everything, like it actually meshes so well. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't say enough good things about it. I mean, I still have my issues with the game as it stands, but
Yes, I know you do.
I'm not going to sit here and say that, this was a bad design, because they nailed everything that they needed to with this one, where, it depends on what you're here for. Like, oh my God, teenage me would have absolutely just fawned over this character if I was playing this
100%.
during the same time I was playing Ocarina.
Yeah. Not only that, like even just playing through all of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, like of all the characters in those games, Zelda was actually my favorite. And if you give me like Ocarina of Time, something like that, it wasn't Zelda. It would usually be either Link or like Sheik, especially I would say with Ocarina, honestly. But the actual basic Zelda design or Zelda character was never my favorite. And then I played Breath of the Wild, and she was the one when she was on screen I was the most excited to actually learn about or hear from or whatever. Like, yeah, especially when she got the voice acting too, but like of her design, I mean, specifically.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
So what do you have left on your list? I just want to make sure that...
You've covered my first 4.
Okay, so yeah, we've got other things decided here. So now I need to coin flip between Mipha and Midna. So heads will be Mipha, tails will be Midna. Let's see, who wins out again? Oh, it's actually... Well, I guess it's technically not me, because you put Midna higher than I did, but it is Midna. I mean, I guess technically for you, you kind of lost because your number 2 went to number...
Yeah, I guess that's slightly out of order from how I had them.
what are you going to do?
No.
I'm trying to find a good art on Myth. I guess this one I'll have to do. I was hoping for something a little where she was facing the camera, but I will make do with this. I mean, it does have the same sort of brush art style, so I will take it.
Yeah.
And then I need to find a good one for Midna. I don't want the true form. No one cares about the true form. All my homies hate the true form. You know what? For Link, I'll get him in here.
Nice.
Because it's very weird that he's not going to be on this at any aspect. So you know what? I found some sort of thing. Now, he might not be in the whole picture, but he's there, okay? He's definitely there. All right, fine, I can do this.
Come on, look at her. She's so cool.
There we go. I mean, it makes sense. She's small. This is probably making more sense on that perspective. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so you said you're up to your 4 then, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then I guess that means that mine's going to be my number 4 is going to be the last one, which I'm going with Ganondorf from Twilight Princess.
Oh, good pick. Oddly enough, my number 5, which we won't get to, was Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I mean, if you go from... I don't particularly like any of the newest ones. Like, I don't like a lot of... Well, I mean, Calamity Ganon is just nothing.
No, he's... No.
Like, I would have been choosing between... Honestly, I would have been choosing between Wind Waker or this one with Twilight Princess. I don't have nearly as much on Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. Not that it's bad. I think it's just normal, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I just loved him in Ocarina of Time because it was the first time, instead of just a Ganon pig guy, we actually got to see him, like, as a person or whatever he was.
Yeah.
A Gerudo, I guess.
Here's a specific reason why I like this version. As I get closer, look at this motherfucker's face from the Twilight version. Like, this motherfucker looks as evil as he's going to get.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good point.
Where I think it really does like give you the best version of what Ganondorf actually is supposed to be.
Yeah,
which is just this terrifying, tyrannical man.
God, yeah, he
probably
looks so creepy. God, I actually do love that. You know what? I would probably change my answer to the Twilight Princess version now that I'm seeing it again, like the art instead of the actual like game textures. Yeah.
Well, and that's where I went off of a lot of too, was the art, because I wanted to see them in their best possible form. So
Yeah. All right. So, question: did you have Link on your list at all?
No.
Neither did I.
I had no reason to. Yeah, sure. Let me get. I mean, the closest thing you could get out of me is like, yeah, shirtless Link. That's probably fine.
Or him in the like Gerudo outfit.
You know what? That's fair, but that technically wouldn't be Link. That is just. We won't go there.
That's girl Link.
We won't go there.
Yeah, I feel I couldn't have Link on the list. Like he's just almost always the same. It's like the fabric slightly changes on his outfit. I know that Breath of the Wild Link is quite different. Like that's where they did finally make some changes. And I guess you could be like, oh, like the remake of Link's Awakening. I love the like chibi Link. Sure, I could also go with like that too, but he's never had the crazy design, and he's the character you look at the most.
Well, I think it makes sense too. It's because your eyes are kind of supposed to be what's around you as an adventure game, so it does make a lot of sense that that's where they go. I'm sure there is an intention of not making him over the top.
Yeah. Yeah, but like even just like the green outfit, I don't know, it's just so basic. Because if you look at Sheik, you look at Zelda, you look at Mipha here, like they're so colorful. Like there's so many different cool colors that they're using. And then Link's just like green and like, I don't know, like his.
That's why they put him in the Gerudo outfit. He needed a change.
He did. He really did. I can see why they changed him for Breath of the Wild. And even then, he's the one that stands out the least.
Yeah, well, and I think, again, that's because, I mean, if it's this basic, like at the start where it's just like, what, brown pants, like white shirt kind of deal that he's in, it also means that he kind of fades into the background because, again, the whole idea is you kind of looking around, so.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just.
Which is why he's not on the list.
He's not.
He's not meant to be a huge design choice. We'll do our honorable mentions because I don't think we've each done our fives. My fifth was Urbosa.
She was my number 6. Like if I was allowed a 6, she was on my list at one point. She was in like 4th.
There was also
fifth,
the what's the white hair girl from? Is it Breath of the Wild that she comes in? Is it Pura? I think her name is.
What's her name? I can't remember her name, but yeah, she comes in Breath of the Wild as like a little kid.
Yeah.
And then she grows up and everybody crushes on her in Tears of the Kingdom because she grows back up. But she actually was like an old lady, I think, and then had actually done like a science experiment gone wrong and made herself go way too young, very Dragon Ball over here with like Goku. But yeah, in Tears of the Kingdom, her look, even I was like, this is waifu territory. Like she was just so adorable. Yeah. I can't remember her name though.
Yeah, I think it's Pura because I was looking up stuff. What was your 5? Did you say that or did
my 5 was oddly enough my 5 was Ganondorf. Just it was the Ocarina of Time.
Right.
So technically, all 5 I picked, if you're okay with switching which games they were in, are the 5 on the screen. And somehow that worked out for me. Different order and stuff, but still. In
general, and it's interesting too because I didn't even go out of my way to try to pick like 5 different characters. It wasn't even in the intention. It just ended up kind of working out that way. And it's for all different reasons. Like most of these, apart from Urbosa, was just they all have something different with it. So like Sheik, it just everything pops. It's like the perfect version of what. I mean, technically, I guess Zelda's on there twice if you want to be really technical here, but no one calls Sheik Zelda, and no one calls Zelda Sheik. We don't.
No.
They're two different people to us.
They're like 2 different people, yeah.
Whereas Princess Zelda and Breath of the Wild, it's just, it finally brings like a good mix of like, it's enough to be different and not, like the classic regal fantasy princess, but enough to also be like, she still looks the part. It's just a like like a business casual version of Princess Zelda. Midna is let's go as far into like the weird, and like I guess sort of dark, but it's more the weird direction as we came with that.
The Twilight.
Mipha is like taking something pre-existing and kind of improving upon it. And then Ganondorf is like, okay, let's just see how dark we can go.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's menacing. The picture you found of him is menacing.
I think it's like the official art for him for that game too.
Gosh. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we nailed this list here.
I think we nailed this. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I know I had written them down and looked them up. I like did a little bit of research and stuff just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. But now that I'm seeing this list, I'm like, damn, this is some crazy good character design work.
I mean, y'all in the comments below, if you want to tell us what we missed, I'd be happy to hear it. But like, Apart from the couple of honorable missions that we had, like again, like Urbosa just making it out of it. Pura, again, if I got her name wrong, sorry guys. I did not play much of the new ones, so I'm a little outside of that. But yeah, if there's anything small, like maybe you're just a really big Goron guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't pick a Goron. I couldn't.
I found a lot of stuff was very, and I think it's intentional. Like not a lot of the non like named characters really don't have much to them, so. Yeah. There's not a whole lot to say outside of that. So yeah. And I didn't go for like enemies and stuff. Like it wasn't even in my brain. I was always thinking characters for this. So.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. The only other one that got close to my list was Impa in Ocarina of Time. Mm-hmm. They've ruined her since. She's always like this old woman and like doesn't do much. She's very wise.
You technically got Impa. It's just now in Gerudo form in Urbosa. So.
True. Very true.
They were just like, well, what if we did what you want? But made her a Gerudo with red hair, and you're like, go on.
Go on. Yeah.
We're as you know, to show our age a little bit, we all collectively saw the Urbosa design for the first time and immediately just thought of Futurama, Death by Snoo Snoo. So
we did.
But anyways, I digress. That is our top 5. So in the comments below, what did we miss? What's your top 5 in terms of character designs from the series? Let us know. But otherwise, that's going to do her. So thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. You got the link tree there in the description, which links to our Discord, all of our socials, all that jazz. And we will see you on the next one. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but it will be similar to any of the top 5s that we've already been doing. We're kind of flipping through a run of these every 5. So it might be... like soundtrack. It could be a lot of different things. So I already forget what the 5 are. I don't have the spreadsheet up anymore, so I'd have to go back and check that. But y'all know, you can look at all the videos that we've done in the past. You'll find them. Anyways, that's going to do it. So we'll see you on the next one. So take care, and bye-bye for now.